Hello students, in my last video I taught you what is the basic concept of Fourier series, even and odd function, what are the conditions for a Fourier series to converge, and we started with 0 to 2 pi interval. We did one question to understand the concept. Now let us practice few more questions. Now let us come to the first question. Now in this video I will be restrict myself to 0 to 2 pi interval only. Now look at this question. Express fx is equal to x 2 pi minus x as Fourier series in the interval 0 to 2 pi and reduce this series. Now, what is the first step I told you to do? Always whenever question is given, you need to check whether it is odd or even. Since it is 0 to 2 pi range, so what I should do in place of x, I should put 2 pi minus x. Now, let's see what I am getting if I am doing so. 2 pi minus x. And here 2 pi minus 2 pi minus x. In place of x I am putting 2 pi minus x. So what I got? 2 pi minus x, and here 2 pi and 2 pi got cancelled and x. So if you observe, this is exactly same as fx. So f of 2 pi minus x is equal to fx implies that function is even. Right? And if the function is even, what is the value of a0? a0 is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to pi fx dx. So 2 by pi integral fx means your question, that is x 2 pi minus x dx, limit 0 to pi. So let me integrate it now. 2 by pi, now it is a polynomial, right? So x into 2 pi is what? 2 pi to constant, integration of x is x square by 2. So that 2 will get cancelled, so x square pi I got. Minus, this is x into x is x square. What is integration of x square? X cube by 3, and limit is 0 to pi. So 2 by pi, now let me put the limit. When I put pi, I will get pi cube minus pi cube by 3. When I put 0, lower limit, it becomes 0. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 by pi is already there, and 2 pi cube upon 3. Correct? So I got my a0 value is equal to 4 pi square by 3. Right? So I got my first value of a0. Right? So now let us move to the second value, that is the an value. So an is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to pi fx cos nx dx. Okay. Now, what is the value of fx? 2 by pi integral 0 to pi fx is x 2 pi minus x cos nx dx. Right? So how I will do the integration? I told you that method, same. So now I will again show you how to solve this. So see, this is u and this is v. So write it in different columns. So first I am writing 2 pi x minus x square in one column. Other column I am writing cos nx. Now I will differentiate this column. So 2 pi minus 2x. Then what is the differentiation of this now? Minus 2. What is the differentiation of this? 0. Now this column you should integrate. What is the integration of cos nx? Sin nx upon n. What is the integration of sin nx? Minus cos nx upon n. So it becomes n square. Now what is the integration of cos nx? Again sin nx upon n cube. Now make the cross lines. Plus minus plus. So now the integral value is, my an is equal to 2 by pi is already sitting there. In place of that integral I will write this. So first arrow tells me to write 2 pi x minus x square into sin nx upon n. Remember, this upon n is not the theta, it is whole upon n. Okay. Then minus minus plus 2 pi minus 2x cos nx upon n square. Then minus minus again plus 2 sin nx upon n cube. And limit is 0 to pi. And as I told you, 0 and pi both at sign becomes 0 when you put pi or 0. So I am not interested in the first term and the last term. So don't waste time in putting limit in that. Only focus on the cos term. Okay. So 2 by pi. So let me put the limit. First upper limit is pi. Now see here, if I put pi, 2 pi minus 2 pi 0. So 0 minus lower limit. Now if I put lower limit 0, so it becomes 2 pi by n square. And what is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. So I am left with this. So now how much it is left? Pi cancel. So I got minus 4 by n square. So my an value is equal to minus 4 by n square. Correct? And since it is an even function, bn value will be equal to 0. So you have to remember this. If function is odd, a0 and an is 0. And when function is even, in that case, bn is equal to 0. Correct? Now, the question has a second part also. What is the second part? That you have to reduce one series. Right? So let us see how to reduce this series. So as per me now, what is my answer? F of x is equal to a0 by 2. Okay, and what was my a0? My a0 is equal to 4 pi square by 3. So 2 pi square by 3, a0 by 2. Okay, plus summation an means minus 4 by n square cos nx, and n is from 0 to 1 to infinity. So this is my Fourier series, right? Now, I want to reduce a series. It has cos, okay, and the interval given is 0 to 2 pi. So I can take any number from this. I always prefer to take the boundary values. Only when sign is there, I have to avoid them. And since it is cos, I can never take cos pi by 2 because that will create a problem. So now I will put 0 because 0 is the easiest thing. So now if I put 0, so f of 0 is equal to 2 pi square by 3 minus 4 summation 1 by n square cos 0 is 1. Correct? Now f of 0, what is the value of f of 0? What is your question? So what was my question? My question is x 2 pi minus x. So in this, if I put x is equal to 0, I'll get 0 only. So 0 is equal to 2 pi square by 3 minus 4 summation 1 by n square. Implies 2 pi square by 3 is equal to 4 summation 1 by n square. Correct? Now, what I'll do? I will open the series. So 2 pi square by 3 is equal to 4. N is equal to 1 means 1 by 1 square. N is equal to 2 means 1 by 2 square. N is equal to 3 means 1 by 3 square. 1 by 4 square and dash dash dash. But if you observe in the given question, I don't have all the terms. It has only odd terms. Even terms are not there. Okay, look at the question. If you see the series they are asking, it has only odd terms. So definitely this is not the series I am looking for. Though sometimes they may ask this series also. So it is pi square. This 4 will come down. So 2 3s are 6. So pi square by 6 is equal to 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square. This is also a series which we can be reduced. But they have not asked this series. So now if 0 is not working, so let me try at pi now. Maybe it will work. So now f of pi is equal to 2 pi square by 3 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity minus 4 by n square. Now cos n pi. What is cos n pi? I told you, always remember cos n pi is minus 1 to the power n. Correct? Now again, what is the question? My question is pi 2 pi minus x. So what is the value of f of pi? Here I should put x is equal to pi. This is x. So pi and 2 pi minus pi is again pi. So that is pi square. Correct? So f of pi value is pi square. So pi square, okay, minus 2 pi square by 3 is equal to minus 4 summation minus 1 to the power n upon n square. So here 3 minus 2 is 1. So pi square by 3 is equal to minus 4. Let me open the bracket. Now summation. So if n is equal to 1. So I'll get minus 1 by 1 square. Then 2. So plus 1 by 2 square. Minus 1 by 3 square. Plus 1 by 4 square. Correct? Now this 4 can come here. So it will become pi square by 12 is equal to, here it become 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square minus 1 by 4 square. Because of this minus sign, all sign inside is changing. Now again I got a series, but it is not a series which I want. Okay, so I reduced two series, but both are not the series which I want. So in such cases, you should try to add the series. Okay. Now if I add these two series, what will happen? Pi square by 6 plus pi square by 12 is equal to 2 by 1 square. Then second term will get cancelled, plus 2 by 3 square. Then negative term will get cancelled, plus 2 by 5 square dash dash dash. Now here it will become 3 pi square by 12, and if this 2 in the numerator I bring it down, this will become 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 5 square. Now I am happy because I am getting the odd term which I need. Okay, so 3 ones are 3 fours are. So pi square by 8 is equal to 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 5 square dash dash dash. So finally I got my series and my question is done. So questions are lengthy, there is no doubt in that. Okay, so let's move to the next question now. Now again, find a Fourier series of fx this in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Now fx is equal to x square. So I will put f of 2 pi minus x is equal to 2 pi minus x ka square. But see, it is not at all related to fx. It is very different. Means in this question, in this range, I can't tell whether it is an even function or odd function. So I have to find out all the three factors and use the standard Fourier series formula. Right? So let us do that. So what is A0? A0 is 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi f of x dx. So 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi x square dx. So x cube by 3 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi. Correct? So A0 is equal to 1 by pi. So 8 pi cube by 3 minus 0. So 8 by 3 pi square. Okay. So this become my value of A naught. Right? Now I will go for the value of An. So apply the formula of An. So what is the value for An? 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx. Remember always, when you are applying the concept of even and odd function, this numerator here become 2 and limit becomes 0 to pi. But when you are not applying even and odd, when you are not able to apply even and odd, it is 1 by pi and limit is 0 to 2 pi. Always remember, don't get confused in that. So now let us put the value 1 by pi 0 to 2 pi x square cos nx dx. Correct? Same way as I taught you, we will do the integration. Again learn in this question. So first column you have to differentiate 2x to 0. Second column you have to integrate. So sin nx upon n minus cos nx upon n square and minus sin nx upon n cube. Make the cross lines. Plus minus plus. Okay. This is actually Bernoulli's in a vertical format. That's it. So an is equal to 1 by pi and in bracket what I'll write? X square sin nx by n plus 2x cos nx upon n square minus 2 sin nx upon n cube. Correct? Limit 0 to 2 pi. Obviously, as I said, sign terms ignore because at 0 also it is 0, at 2 pi also it is 0. So my focus is only this term. Okay. So an is equal to 1 by pi. Put the limit. So 2 into 2 pi upon n square. Cos 2n pi is what? I told you cos n pi is minus 1 to the power n. And cos 2n pi, the even number, make it plus 1. So that become plus 1. Okay. Minus lower limit. Minus lower limit means 0. But because of this 0, it will become completely 0. Right? So what is the value I am getting? 4 by n square. Now I will focus for Bn. What is Bn? Bn is 1 by pi integral 0 to 2 pi fx sin nx. Correct? Now let me solve this. So what is my fx? Fx is x square sin nx dx. Okay. Now again x square and sin nx. So 2x to 0 minus cos nx upon n minus sin nx upon n square and plus cos nx upon n cube. So 1, 2 and 3 plus minus plus. So Bn is equal to 1 by pi and then minus x square cos nx upon n plus 2x sin nx upon n square plus 2 cos nx upon n cube. Limit 0 to 2 pi. Again, sin term ignore. You have to put the value only in cos term. So now Bn is equal to 1 by pi. So first here minus 4 pi square upon n cos 2n pi is 1. Okay. Second term becomes 0 because of sin. Third term plus 2 by n cube because that will become again 1. Minus now lower limit when I put, this becomes 0, this becomes 0. Cos 0 is 1. So minus 2 by n cube. Correct? See, here it is n cube. So this and this will get cancelled and my value is minus 4 pi by n. This is the value of Bn. Correct? Now let me cross check again once. This I got as minus this. Okay. Then I have substituted the value. And this minus plus got cancelled. Okay. So this is perfect value. Okay. So what is my answer now? F of x is equal to, write down the answer as a0 by 2 plus summation an cos nx plus summation bn sin nx. Right. So answer will be f of x is equal to, what was my a0 value? a0 by is 8 by 3 pi square. So it become a0 by 2 you have to write. So 4 pi square by 3. And I'll just check, it is cube or square, 4 pi square by 3 plus summation n is equal to 1 to infinity. What is the value of an now? An was 4 by n square. So 4 by n square cos nx. Okay. Plus summation bn. Bn is what? Minus 4 pi by n sin nx. So this is the answer. Okay. If you want, you can expand it and write, or you can leave it like this also. Okay. So now let's move to the next question. So the next question is, an alternating current after passing through a full wave rectifier has the form I is equal to I0 mod of sin t in this range, where I0 is the maximum current. Express I as Fourier series. Okay. So now my function f of x is equal to I0 mod of sin t. Correct? And it is from 0 to 2 pi. So if I look at this thing, so 0, pi by 2, pi and 2 pi. We all know that in this first quadrant and second quadrant, sine function is always positive, and in this both quadrant it is negative. So I can split this function f of x is equal to I0, okay, sin t and minus I0 sin t. Here when t is from 0 to pi, and here when t is from pi to 2 pi. So my function got splitted into two parts. Right. Now I will check whether it is even or odd. I told you for the discontinuous function like this, what you have to do in the first part, you have to put, like, if this is, I told you this phi x and psi x. So in this part you put 2 pi minus x. So if I put I0 sine of 2 pi minus t, what I'll get? I0 sine of 2 pi minus t is what? Minus sin t, which is exactly as the second part. Since I got the second part, so it is a even function. If I get the negative of second part, it becomes the odd function. So the function is even. So if function is even, first I need to calculate a0. What is the formula for a0? As I said, even and odd concept means 2 by pi, 0 to pi, f of x dx. Here in this question, it is f of t dt, because they have changed the variable. Working procedure remains same, only name of the variable is changed. 0 to pi. Now 0 to pi, what is the value of the function? I0 sin t. So I0 I will write here sin t dt. What is the integration of sin t? Minus cos t. So minus 2 I0 cos t upon pi, and you have to put the limit 0 to pi. Correct? So A0 is equal to minus 2I0 upon pi. So what is cos of pi? Cos of pi is minus 1. Minus, what is cos of 0? Cos of 0 is 1. So minus 2. So it becomes 4I0 by pi. So this is the value of A0. Now let's see AN value. AN value will be 2 by pi, integral 0 to pi, f of t cos t dt, cos nt dt. Okay, instead of x you have to use this. Now, so 2 by pi integral 0 to pi, what is ft? Ft is nothing but I0 sin t cos of nt dt. Now this type of question troubles student because of the formula. Correct? So you have to apply the formula here, and I have already given you all the formulas. So here you have to apply the formula of sin A cos B. Correct? So let us apply the formula here, sin A cos B formula. So AN is equal to 2 by pi, I0 I am writing outside, still integral is there because we are just using, I am just breaking this. So in this formula 1 by 2 also comes, so this 2 will get cancelled. Right? So what is the formula for sin A cos B? Sin A cos B is sin A plus B, means t plus nt, plus sin of A minus B, means t minus nt dt. Correct? Now here you have to play little smart. 1 minus n will trouble me. So I will write it n minus 1 because I know minus 1 to the power something comes usually in this, and 1 minus n will complicate the thing because it will take that term in the denominator. So what I'll do, I'll write it I0 by pi integral 0 to pi sin of n plus 1 t minus, because sin of minus theta is minus sin theta, sin n minus 1 t dt. Now integrate it. So I0 by pi, what is the integration of sine? Minus cos n plus 1 t upon n plus 1, minus plus cos n minus 1 t upon n minus 1, limit 0 to pi. Now let me put the limit. Since both the terms are cos, I'll get the values. So minus cos n plus 1 pi. So n plus 1 pi means what? Cos n pi, I know that cos n pi is equal to minus 1 to the power n. So whoever is sitting with pi goes in the power. So minus 1 to the power n plus 1 upon n plus 1. Okay. Plus minus 1 to the power n minus 1 upon n minus 1. Minus, let us put 0. Cos 0 is what? 1. So minus minus first become plus 1 upon n plus 1. Minus, when you put 0, 1 upon n minus 1. Correct? Now, I0 by pi. Now here, minus 1 to the power n plus 1. I'll show here, minus 1 to the power n plus 1 can be written as minus 1 to the power n into minus 1. Correct? So that minus 1 and this minus 1 will become plus 1. So minus 1 to the power n upon n plus 1. Same way I'll do here, though it will minus 1 to the power minus 1, it will go in denominator, but minus sign will come in picture. So minus 1 to the power n upon n minus 1 plus 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 upon n minus 1. So now let me combine the terms, I0 by pi. Okay. So 1 upon n plus 1 minus 1 to the power n minus plus 1. And other side, minus if I take common, 1 upon n minus 1 minus 1 to the power n plus 1. So this become I0 by pi and minus 1 to the power n plus 1. And if you take the LCM between these, n minus 1 minus n plus 1 upon n plus 1, n minus 1 is n square minus 1. This is becoming 0. Why so? Let me check. This is minus 1. So this and this got cancelled. Minus 2 I got. Right? So minus 2 I naught upon pi n square minus 1 and minus 1 to the power n plus 1. This is the value of an I got. So this question is little complicated and little lengthy because you have to apply that formula also. Now what is the final answer? Final answer is f of x is equal to a0 by 2. So what is your a0 value? A0 is 4i square by pi, means 2i square by pi plus summation an. An is 2i naught upon pi n square minus 1 minus 1 to the power n plus 1, and here cos nx. N is equal to 1 to infinity. So this is my answer. Right? Let's move to the next question. Now again it is a discontinuous function. So discontinuous function, what is the method to check? In the first term, top one, you have to put x is equal to 2 pi minus x. So see, if I am putting 2 pi minus x, I am getting the second, means it is an even function. Right? When it is an even function, what you have to do? You have to find out a0. a0 is what? 2 by pi integral 0 to pi fx dx. Now 0 to pi, what is the value of function? X. So x dx. So 2 by pi x square by 2, limit 0 to pi. So 2 by pi square by 2. 0 will make it 0. Pi cancel, 2 cancel. So a0 value I got as pi. Very easily I got. So this is a simple question. Now go to an. Now an is equal to what? 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos nx dx. Right? So 2 by pi integral 0 to pi. What is fx? X. Cos nx dx. Don't get confused why I am taking fx as x, because 0 to pi value of the function is x. So 2 by pi. Now integrate. First function, integration of second, minus integral d by dx of first, and integral of second 2 times. So cos will become sine and sine will become cos again. So cos nx upon n square, and one negative sign will make this plus 0 to pi. Again, as I said, never bother about the sine term. So 2 by pi, when I put the limit, cos n pi is minus 1 to the power n upon n square, minus cos 0 is 1, so 1 by n square. So this is the value for your an. So what is the final answer? F of x is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation an cos nx. So this is the answer. Right? So I hope you understood how to do the questions. So now 0 to 2 pi question, I hope all of you are very comfortable, whether it is a continuous function or it is a discontinuous function, whether it is a even odd function or whether you can't find out whether it is even or odd. Right? So in my next video, I will start the questions with the interval minus pi to pi. Working procedure remains same, only extra questions we will practice. So like the video, share the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.